Hey guys, David here with Northwest Math and Science, and today I'm going to go over how to make a video in Adobe Premiere Pro. CC is what they're calling it now, I guess. This series is really geared towards very basic beginner stuff, pretty much just how you get started using Adobe Premiere Pro and making videos and stuff like that. So as you can see here, I've got Creative Cloud opened up, and for those of you that don't know, some years ago, Adobe kind of switched over to this cloud-based system where all their applications are kind of done through this thing called Creative Cloud. So what you do now is you can go on their website, and I've got it pulled up here. Oh, that's actually my YouTube channel. Anyways, you can go on this website, and it's actually somewhat reasonably priced. I think the whole suite of software products is only $50 a month, and if you're a student, it's way cheaper. I think I was paying $17 a month for the entire suite of software while I was a student, so it's actually a pretty good deal. And you can have a free trial. I think it's 30 days, maybe it's 60 days, but I don't know. Anyways, this is where you get it. Download it from this website. I'll put a link in the description. So you would either launch the app from here, or if you have a shortcut somewhere or something like that. So anyways, I've already launched the application. Here I am. This is the scene you would see when you first open something up. And I'm just going to go ahead and open up a new project. And for now, the way it works, just leave all these default. I'll just leave it untitled for now, even though I'm overwriting something apparently. Here we go. I'll go ahead and make a new title here. And I did that by going to File, New Title. And I'll just leave it the default. You may have noticed it was 1920 by 1080, the resolution. Typically that's the resolution that a lot of things will be recording in nowadays. Of course, the older this video gets, the less relevant that is. Many things are now 4K. But either way, aspect ratio is still 16 by 9, so easy to downscale. If that means nothing to you, don't worry about it. For now, we're just making a simple title, just showing you guys how you can import some video here and get something that looks good. So we'll go ahead and do something called first video, and just leave it at that. And what's cool about this version of Adobe Premiere Pro, as well as past versions going back, I think, a year or two, it'll automatically change the project to what your clip is. So if I import a clip or something like that, it's going to automatically change. Well, it'll prompt you first. I guess I can go ahead and do this. So I'm going to go ahead and import a video. And we'll go ahead and do, I don't even know. We'll do this dual vlog that me and my buddy made a while ago. So I'll go ahead and import that. All right, here we have our media here. So unfortunately, I believe this is already the same settings as this clip is. Okay, it is. So anyways, 1920 by 1080 resolution. It matches everything else about the project. So here we go. All right, we've got our video here now. And so you've imported it, say, from your phone or camera or whatever. And you saw how I imported it. File, import it in there. And to export is very similar. Instead of import, we're going to export. And you need to have the timeline highlighted here. So I've got the timeline highlighted. I'm going to go to File, Export, Media. And now this is where it can get a little tricky, because depending on how you export it, your file size can be enormous or small, or it can look bad, or it can look decent. So this is really where you have a lot of control over how the video is going to look. So typically what I do for most of my videos, and it's what I'm doing for this current video that you're watching actually, when I edit this, is I'll do the H.264 format, and what I'll do is just match the source. So that'll automatically Set the resolution to whatever your clip is, as well as the frame rate to whatever you have it set to. And you could fiddle with the bitrate settings, but typically you really don't need, I mean, the default one that they have set up here is pretty good. So, and the file size is reasonable. Of course, if you want to if you would like a smaller file size, decreasing the bitrate is going to give you a much smaller file size, but you're also going to be sacrificing quality. So it's one of those things that you kind of have to play around with. Audio, I prefer 320, although some people say it doesn't really matter, but yeah, I usually use 320. All the other settings I leave default. Other than that, I mean, that's pretty much it. Like I said, one of the biggest factors for quality here is going to be the bitrate. And other than that, that's it. Then you can select where it's going, of course, up here at the top. So I obviously don't want it to be called Title 01, except I will, okay, well, I'll just call it First Project. Sorry if my keys are clacking a little loud, but that's the way it is. So there we go, First Project. I've saved it somewhere that I wanted to save it in. Apparently this is the directory I'll be storing it. So we go ahead and save. And now that's where it's going to be saving to. Something I did in the past was I would just highlight match sequence settings, but I found that it's really not, quality-wise, it's not that good, and usually it'll be, it depends on what your sequence is, but if you just set it to the default one, it's not quite as good as H.264. H.264 is just slightly better compression, looks better in general. That's what I would use. And that's pretty much it. So we go ahead and export the video. This will take some time depending on how good your computer is, as well as how long the video is, and a bunch of other things. And once that's done, that's it. You've got your first video, and that's all there is to it. So I know this was a very beginner type video, but in the future we're going to go over, you know, how to make titles, although I kind of did that in this video, but I'll go into depth a little bit more about how to make titles and how to make them look nice and animate them as well. And then, you know, we'll start going into more advanced things like adding in multiple videos like you see in this video. I'm doing a picture-in-picture thing. All these things, very easy to do, very quick to learn. And so, yeah, hope you guys follow me throughout this series. If you want to follow me through some of the other things I do, just look at my YouTube channel. I got lots of junk on there that nobody watches. So, all right. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks.